Tristan with Nerdet's NewsStand, and this is sort of breaking news. We're getting the idea of what is to come from Warner Brothers and the DCU. Now, before I even get into that, I want to talk a little bit about Black Superman. There are 4 Supermen that have been black in the DC universe, 2 of which were hardly used, Sunshine Superman and Superman of Earth D. But then you have 2 major characters that were used quite a bit. One is Calvin Ellis. He was first introduced in Final Crisis, basically based on Barack Obama and Muhammad Ali from Earth 23. He was the president, and he's on the Infinite Frontier cover. Okay. He's in Multiversity. He's in Justice Incarnate. Now let's talk a little bit about Val-Zod, who is from Earth 2. Very similar. In Origin Story, he's a pacifist. He was really never exposed to the Yellow Sun originally. Eventually he was. He then feared open spaces because he was locked up for so long. Eventually he got powers and defeated the female Furies. That's it in a nutshell. That's all you need to know in a nutshell about these 2 characters. We are getting new reports that the new Superman, the Superman movie in the works, is not only a reboot, but it will be a Black Superman. I'm of 2 minds about this. I love Calvin Ellis and Val-Zod in the DC comics. I love what they bring to the table. I love especially Calvin Ellis. He's my favorite. But I'm of 2 minds about this. This could be done right if it were Jeff Johns or somebody subsequently as talented. But because of the person we're going to talk about next, this is not a, hey, we love the DC universe, so we're going to introduce a new character. This is a very purposeful social move. And that person we're going to talk about is Ta-Nehisi Coates. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Ta-Nehisi Coates, he did help work on The Watchmen, I believe, which was very divisive. And I didn't actually mind it with The Watchmen because Watchmen was always very political and divisive anyway. So yeah, I didn't mind it with that. But another thing about Ta-Nehisi Coates is I've talked about John Ridley quite a bit lately on this channel. Ta-Nehisi Coates is John Ridley on steroids. He is much more racist. He is much more demeaning to anybody that he doesn't like, aka anybody that's not black. He also wrote Between the World and Me, which is a letter from an old black man to his young son, basically what it's like to be black in America, and then subsequently wrote A Case for Reparations. Yes, this man has based his entire career on race baiting. Let's be real, that's what he's done. He has based everything he's been made famous for, because his comic book writing is terrible. If you've read his Black Panther or more recently his Captain America, everything is about race. We had Captain America talk about his white privilege in Marvel Comics. Yes, that's real. Black Panther put a whole black team together. There was one condition. You had to be black. Yes, again, that is real. And that is who Warner Brothers, Toby Emmerich, picked to take on the next Superman. Henry Cavill is not technically gone yet, but Henry Cavill is gone. And that's really unfortunate. I think Henry Cavill embodied a lot of what was Superman. I think the problem with Henry Cavill's Superman was the writing behind the wall, right? Was the way that Zack Snyder saw Clark Kent, not the way that Henry Cavill portrayed him. So I do wish he was still here. I do hope for some reason he is still in this project, but I don't believe so. Now, maybe because I'm not sure that they would introduce a new character like Calvin or Val-Zod without having a mentor type ship when it comes to the original Superman of Clark Kent. Or maybe I'm wrong altogether, and they're going to introduce Clark Kent from Smallville, Kansas as a black man. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do this. Like I said, I'm of 2 minds about this because it could be done correctly. Unfortunately, I know it won't. It could Jeff Johns is on, he just did a interview for Shazam, the second Fury, God of Fury or something. I don't remember exactly what it's called. He is on that project. Why is he not on this one? Why haven't you made somebody like, and I know everybody doesn't like him, but why haven't you made somebody like Jeff Johns your Kevin Feige? Why don't you have an overlord of these properties and do them correctly? You will never, and I hate to say it, Warner Brothers, because you've made mistake after mistake after mistake. You're continuing down that path. You will not succeed in something like this. And I'm not saying it's because there are racists out there. I'm saying it's because there is money on the table with Clark Kent. There is money on the table with Bruce Wayne. And there is money on the table with Diana Prince. The Holy Trinity is the Holy Trinity for a reason. They are beloved characters. And instead, basically the rumor is now, and I talked about this a little bit in my last video, joking around, not thinking it would actually come true. But basically there won't be a Holy Trinity in the way that we know it. The new Superman won't necessarily be the black Superman. It will be the female Superman that we're going to see in the new Flashpoint movie. We will have Batgirl behind, and that will be the new Batman in the Holy Trinity. And then, of course, Diana, that everybody loves, right? They got Wonder Woman correct. That was it. That's all they've ever done. But unfortunately, you're leaving money on the table. You're leaving money behind, whereas you can hide under this if you don't like it, your racist cloak. And that's just not the case. It's simply not. I'm already seeing it when you go to places like Twitter. You're seeing, this is being celebrated as a gotcha. It's not being celebrated as diversity or amazing or a stride forward for people. It's being celebrated as a ha-ha, white nerds, you suck. Yep. It's only going to get worse. And that's the unfortunate part. And then, to add insult to injury, I know a lot of people do and do not like J.J. Abrams, but his Bad Robot Company is going to be in production of this. So you have Ta-Nehisi Coates writing it, J.J. Abrams producing it. You've got shit with trash. What are you thinking? I don't know. Maybe I'm behind on the times. But this isn't smart. This is literally the old adage that, get woke, go broke, right? Well, it's your own fault. Can't say we didn't warn you. Anyways, let me know, of course, what you guys think about this. I will be covering it as it more explodes because somebody's going to say something publicly and it's going to be a whole massive thing of, haha, got you white nerds, you suck. You're racist, you're terrible, blah, 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 blah. Again, want to reiterate what I said in the beginning. There are two major black Superman that could be done correctly. The problem necessarily isn't that they want to make Superman black. The problem is that you hired a man like Ta-Nehisi Coates who called first responders some of the worst things I have ever heard. I won't even repeat them. He said they were non-human. That's the worst. Right after 9/11. That's the worst I'm going to say. Yeah, it's not smart. Not smart at all. But you know what? You do you. I'll keep my money. Let me know what you guys think. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.